Hi guys, I'm Iselle from the upcoming. Lovely to speak to you today. Congratulations on the second season of Landman. Working together as husband and wife must have been so much fun. And then how does it feel to come back for a second season and put that relationship that you had back together?
First of all, Allie and I had chemistry instantly. We didn't know each other before we did this show. So right before the first season, we met just a few days before we started shooting. And my first scene and her first scene was on a FaceTime call. The relationship was already there. And that doesn't always happen. But we just had a natural chemistry. I mean, and that goes for the whole cast, really. I mean, I've never seen a cast that has this much chemistry. To explore it last season and then to get to come back now that we know each other very well.
Yeah.
I think it helped us as actors. It helped us as people. And it's now you get to see. The first season, it was like, why are they together? This season is like, oh, I get it. You know?
Yeah, I feel like the second season is like sliding into like your old pair of Wranglers. Like it just felt really good coming back where, in the beginning, the first season only takes place over 10 days. So there's so much happening in that time. And when we were kind of building the house the first season and figuring out who we were as people, as characters, what our chemistry was, also like how we wanted to portray these characters, knowing that this could go on for years and that we didn't just, we didn't want there to be some end. We wanted it to figure out and also like really find the messiness of it. Like I come back to that because that's what real relationships are. And he does make me laugh all the time. So like there is a lot of like very organic laughter that I have on set. Like we do laugh a lot and we have fun. And we also I think that I have such respect for him and the way that he runs a set because, first there, last to leave, we do each other's off camera. We love our crew. Like that all just bleeds in when you're working with someone for 5 months. So it's just like I'm lucky to have him as my sparring partner.
Back at you, honey.
Okay. Tell me, there's a scene with your son Cooper beside you in the car. He tells you he loves you. You did your best. Your best is good enough for me, is what he says. Another scene with Angela where you're talking about her hormonal changes. And you say, I can't control my hormones, but you can control pointing them out to me. There's a real show of love and understanding from you in these vulnerable moments with your family. Did you like how Taylor Sheridan gave you that kind of empathetic and sensitive side to just being this macho, wealthy kind of oil company president?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, he didn't set these characters up to be, this is a black hat, this is a white hat. He made them all human beings. And one of the interesting things about Taylor, and not every writer has this, he writes in different voices. So every character in here has their own personality and their own voice and their own vibe. And, he, like Allie said, families are messy. And in terms of this hormonal change thing, and by real life, my wife claims I'm the one who has a time of the month. So it sure really does. And I don't think she's wrong, actually. And when the moon starts to get full, I'm insane. And so, but yeah, I mean, he's given us an opportunity. He didn't set these characters up and say, you have to be this the whole time. You know what I mean? He really gives us the freedom to explore with each other and change. There are things that aren't on the page, they're in between that I think is probably the main thing we bring to this is that there are moments where it may just be standard lines to each other, but in between, it's like you see some little spark in there. And it could be even a nasty argument. And then at the end of the thing, one or the other of us is about to tear up. It's, it's just, there's a lot of freedom in this show.
I love how you notice that because I think one of the most beautiful scenes of the season is Cooper and Tommy in the car. And the fact that we really go there this year, it is more of an emotional year. You really start to get inside these characters and see all their sides. And even like the first dinner scene, like the white truffle scene in episode 1, where they're moving forward is that these characters are like, we leave the table after this, these crazy antics, and then we're sitting on the floor and we're not looking at each other because they don't know who they are and how to be. And so it's like when we're talking about like, there might be what's written, and then you're also just thinking about like, who are they? And like, at least Angela's like, is this going to work? Like, can we actually be there for each other? Like, what does this look like if we don't have that? And so that's where I feel like each thing is progressing this year. And you really are getting, just a more intimate look into who these people are and how the family's going to work.
And also, Taylor knows how to cast. He knows who to put in the right role. And because our relationship, honestly, that whole thing, the truffle deal, when I say, are you shitting me? You pay that much for a mushroom? I mean, that's me in real life. I mean, I would do exactly the same thing, So he kind of knows who we are by now.
He takes us out for caviar one time a year during the season. Not every weekend. It's dive bars and one nice restaurant.
So much of Angela is presented in the way you prepare food, actually.
Yeah.
It's reflective of your moods, but also how much you want to give and show love to your family and friends as well. How much did you enjoy filming that, as I called it, the truffle tantrum?
I mean, I love the family dinner scenes. In the first season, like Bolognese was the first one, and it's when you really get to see how the family interacts with each other. And like Angela puts as much pressure on herself for those dinners as it is like going to the Super Bowl or, him dealing with a $300 million deal. Like that's how she shows her worth within the family. And so I think that that's beautiful. Like that's how she does it. And that's how she's trying to like bring her family back together. And kind of heal them from all their time apart and everything that's happened. So I love it. I think it's beautiful to have that, cornerstones. It grounds it right there.
And I think this is a lovely moment as well for you, Billy, where you're with your on-screen father watching the sunset. And it's a quieter moment. But Texas feels so much like another character to the narrative. What's it like to film there and have it as a backdrop to the storytelling?
Well, it's always very important. There are times throughout my career where the environment actually gets inside the character and you don't even know. I mean, it's not like you purposely think, oh my God, we're in Wisconsin and it's 40 below. You just are, and when you're in Texas, you put those clothes on. It's like we have a running joke about the clothes I wear in the show. And it's like not me in real life. And but you put the clothes on, you get in the environment, and it honestly takes you there. I mean, Texas is absolutely a character in the show for all of us. It just, you get there and you just feel, and I grew up down there, so for me, it's like, it's kind of coming home. But it's got a special vibe just like where any place. I mean, London has its vibe. And when you get to these places, and especially if you're supposed to be portraying someone in that environment, you can't help it; just sneaks into you,
Yeah, I mean, you can feel the heat down there when you're in Texas, and you don't always get to shoot in the location where the show is set. And I think that we're so lucky for that. And, I love seeing, the women who in Texas, like there's just a fierceness to them and an incredible strength, but they just love the femininity. They love putting themselves together and they really love the process of it. And so it's for me, I love just being around that world, and I've said this, like, I love getting in my car and I drive real fast on the highway. You kind of want to have like a margarita, it's just like, it feels like you're a rebellious renegade when you're in Texas. Like I feel that in me. I get like, a little blustery.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank
speaking
you. Your
to
questions
me.
were great.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
a brilliant series.
Your best yet.
Oh, thank you. We'll see you later.
Thank you.